I think easily one of the most exciting things that is still left unreleased and in the drip feed from the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC update is the brand new 50-car vehicle garage that's going to be located on Eclipse Boulevard. And we've talked a little bit about this garage so far, like where it's going to be located, how much it's going to cost, etc. And today what we're going to be looking at is the most in-depth footage of buying the garage itself, as well as looking at the floor customization options and the car moving system. We're going to be diving into all of that in this video today and a whole lot more. So this footage is coming from CRSN. I'll leave a link to their page in the description. Let's go ahead and take a look at the buying process of the garage. So again, it's going to be available on the regular Dynasty 8 real estate app. We've gone over the price and the description. And when you actually buy the garage, you'll have the option to pick one of the different floor layouts, immaculate, industrial, or indulgent. And then you'll have the option to choose the various lighting options. And you can see that this is what it looks like right here. And this is what it looks like with the various different choices that you make. So not only does it have an impact on the lights, which are slightly different for each one. You can see that with Immaculate, the lights are sort of built in to the ceiling. With Industrial, the lights are hanging down a little bit more. And then in Indulgent, the lights are these like flat sort of squares on the roof, kind of like an office building. And you can see that not only changing the colors changes the accent lights, but it's also going to change like the cabinets and stuff like that. So it does have an impact on several different aspects of the garage. And one quick note, because I've seen a lot of people asking, no matter whether you choose Immaculate, Industrial, or Indulgent, and no matter what accent color you choose, it doesn't give you any extra bonuses or features. It's really just cosmetic. So it's not like the Indulgent one is going to be bougier and have more things to do than the Industrial one or vice versa. It really is just your personal preference on what you want the garage to look like. And as we've touched on previously, you have the ability to switch between the various floor styles if you want. Now that is going to cost you. And you also have the ability to choose between a different accent color, although that is going to cost you a little bit more money as well. Now, a couple more things about the garage. Everything in there is usable. Like, for example, there is a computer on this workbench. You can use that to browse the internet if you want. I know at the end of the day, that's kind of pointless because we have our in-game phones, and I wish Rockstar had done a little bit more with it, like giving it a cool feature, kind of like the Amani Tech laptop in our agency, but it's still something kind of unique. And there's several things that you can do inside of this sort of lounge area that you have access to. You're able to drink juice if you want, which is going to replenish your health. You also have the option to view the security cameras, which is kind of cool. This is on its own laptop inside of the lounge area. The security cameras let you know what's going on the outside, as well as the back and on the roof. So it pretty much tells you if there's any danger lurking afoot outside of your garage. You also have the option to sit down and watch TV, as well as collect free snacks. So that is really nice that this is going to serve as a hub where you can not only spawn in, but you can also replenish your snacks. Now, up on the roof, there's a handful of other things you can do. There's also multiple entrances and multiple ways to go back into your garage. So there's the roof access that takes you to where like the main attraction of that is, where the lounge. But there's also doors on the back that also allow you to go back inside. So there's multiple different ways to come and go up on the roof. You can also sit down up on the roof, change your pose, stand up, just hang about, and you can obviously go back inside of the garage as well. And then, of course, when you're ready to leave, just simply go up to the garage door itself, and you'll be prompted to exit the garage on foot. And then, as expected, when you want to drive a vehicle inside, you just simply go up to the garage door in the vehicle, and it'll be delivered inside, just like any of the other normal garages that we have in game. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it is going to cost you a little bit of money if you want to change the accent color. In fact, if you want to go from any of the colors that Rockstar have, it's going to cost you $75,000. So you have white, gray, black, purple, orange, yellow, blue, red, green, and then you have vintage blue, vintage red, and vintage green. So I don't know why Rockstar chose some vintage colors to put in here, but they did, And you can see that this is what it looks like for all of the various color choices that you can have, as well as all of the different styles of garage that you can have as well. Just to give you my personal opinion, I feel like that a darker color garage, like that you see in the industrial one, as well as the immaculate one, looks a little bit better, and the cars tend to pop out a little bit more, especially if you pair that with a brighter accent color like a yellow or a red. To me, that sort of gives the garage the best look and allows the cars to stand out and be the star of the show. Now, you can also see that this is what the garage is going to look like once it is filled with vehicles. And just like any of the other storage spots in-game, you have the ability to move them around the garage. But what's also really cool is you have the ability to move the vehicles to separate floors, even though they might not necessarily be connected. Because it is all still in one unit, Rockstar is allowing us to move vehicles from different floors. So how nice is that? Even though we currently don't have the ability to move vehicles from garage to garage with a system like this, we can move them to various floors. So that's going to make the organization of this entire thing just a little bit easier. And if you're wondering what it looks like when you call the mechanic menu, well, this is what it looks like too. You guys can see there that you have access to the entire list. It's not separated out by floors. You just get a giant list of all the vehicles you possibly have in there, which again can be up to 50 total cars. In this case, it's 36. So it is not broken down by floors. You basically just have to scroll through a giant list of cars that you might end up having inside of that garage. So that right there is the Eclipse Boulevard 50 vehicle garage. Remember that Rockstar has confirmed that this is not going to be arriving in Grand Theft Auto Online until 2023. There was a "and so much more" category on their last newswire where they said early next year, expect a new garage with the most vehicle storage yet and more. So this is not going to be arriving until 2023. Luckily, 2022 is just about over. So hopefully Rockstar will introduce this sooner rather than later. But if I was a betting man, I would say that because this is one of the highlights of the drip feed, they're going to save this for quite some time. That's just my best guess, but that should give you a good idea really on how this garage is going to work. And really now we know how it works with the car moving system, the customization options, as well as the full buying guide of this entire thing. But I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Are you excited about the 50-car garage on Eclipse Boulevard arriving? Do you not really care? Do you have nothing to fill it with? Let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.